My name is Eddie Aguirre, and my business name is Evergreen Tree Services. And one day a client came up to me and said, "Hey, can you remove a tree for me?" I'm like, "Sure, I'm a yes person." So, I can do that. Like, well, I have this tree, I'm like, okay, so I started thinking, how am I going to do that? I need to own a chainsaw. But I had committed to it. So I went out and bought a chainsaw, and that's how I landed my first tree job. And it wasn't very big, but at the time, being the first tree, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I just based it by memory, and thankfully everything went well, and that's how I started. My passion for trees. So it's a passion. It can't be a job where you go to work just because you have to. You got to like it. It's hard work. Yeah. We currently employ 17 at the time. It was a give and take during the summertime. Keep the ones that have the talents, pay them more, and they will produce more for you. That way, you don't need a bunch of extra hands just standing around. And that's what I did. So we brought it down to 17, and it's worked out great. I normally use a big local bank that I built, report with them. 2019, I started working with them, trying to get a loan for the crane, and they said, "Sure, we've got your bank account. We know you can make the payments, whatever." And it took weeks before I can actually get an answer. To be exact, probably about 6 weeks. And they promised me it would take about a week. The writing said no, but we're going to overwrite it. And this person said no. The computer keeps saying no, but we're going to overwrite it. At the end, they just flat out told me, we're not going to be able to do the loan. We think that your business is going to suffer due to the coronavirus, and we just don't feel comfortable making this large of a loan. They based it more on the whatever the computer tells you. So I let it go for a few months. Then I reached out to a friend of mine, Dave, that works with Brush Bandit or WTD truck equipment. And I asked him, "Hey, you ever heard about this cranes?" "Oh, yes, I have. Those are awesome." Like, well, I'm trying to get a loan for one of those. Do you know anybody that can help me out with that? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. We actually have our own financing. We use AP financing. Oh yeah, I've heard of them. I've seen their name on the tree magazine, so I've heard of them before. He put me in touch uh, with AP financing, and I started talking to the guy, and I kind of told him what I was looking for. I kind of told him how much I can put down, and he said, "Yeah, I strongly believe that we can make the deal happen. Send me all your financials, and I'll have an answer for you, in a day or two." So that's what I did, and he said yes, and he kept me in the loop. As soon as he had more information, it is my understanding that it is a larger loan than AP is usually, allowed to do. But they were able to partner with another company to make the loan happen. And through the whole process, I was informed of everything that was happening and kept updated. And at the end, where they said, "Hey, we're ready to close the loan," and that brought a smile to my face, obviously. And I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait, to see the crane at my door. And this company that I purchased the crane from is in the East Coast, and they drove it all the way to my residence. They said we'll be there, Monday. I think they got there on the weekend at night and say, "Do you want it now, or do you want me to bring it to you on Monday?" I said, "I want it now." So they did. They dropped it off at my door at my house.